Kind hat ja auch gar nichts verloren. Stimmt doch, oder?
Psst, jetzt ist aber gut.
Dear Lord, what are you doing? You should get out of the water. It's freezing.
My ring! I lost my ring! Dear Lord, please show mercy. Come back to me. Please come back to me. Where are you? Where did you go?
I found...
Yes! Oh, you are a very kind...
I'm glad...
Yeah.
I can see this ring is very precious to you.
It was a gift from my stepmother. She thought I would stay forever, but I didn't.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought I didn't belong. She always said I was her daughter. I was so selfish and so stupid.
Maybe you...
I was very young, but in the end, the cold there made me sick.
It was courageous. You did what your heart...
I was stupid.
Ah, that's...
Yes. So that I'm just not as kind.
You're too... I too am trying to make amends. I was told he went straight to...
You will know...
Not soon enough.
He'll be there.
I hope so. I just feel that with every day that passes, and that the only thing I can allow my... Hey, not long now in our journey. The woman's name was Alba. She came from a small town somewhere in Catalonia. I quickly got used to her constantly feeling out for her stepmother's ring and the sad guilt that I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped talking. Alba believed herself to be of weak mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino with a strong sense of purpose that willed her onward. It made me wonder about what I'd told her, but what was there to forgive? My decision to marry Alfred had been in the best interest of the people of Shiring. It was a Around Lyon, the path began to gradually turn uphill. It was only two. After Astorga, the trail got more difficult. Alba became slower and slower, and we had to rest more. She became... The next morning, she refused to get up. Up. Her breathing was disturbingly shallow, and she hardly noticed me touching her forehead. "Everything hurts," she said, and urged me to continue without her. Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. But day after day, I'd hardly known her. And most of the time, she'd tried to push me away, as if she considered herself, and it wasn't until a few moments before she died that I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, when I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a... After months of hard travel, the child and I, in the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral. It was almost dawn when finally... Buenos dias.
Sinto cho ben.
I was told a friend of a red-haired Englishman.
Eu só te falo en galego.
Français? English? I'm looking for...
El logo and...
Have you seen...
Pero, ¿por qué leva?
She doesn't... She does... I already tried...
que...
Sí. Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Jackson?
Ven sendo un peregrino.
What?
É un peregrino.
Oh, no, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
Let me show you. She knows that now I need to somehow tell her. He's a mason.
Ah, eche masón.
Sí, sí, a mason.
Por aquí pasan... Non me poderías...
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto, di que se chama Jack.
Yes, Jack. Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero... Ben, se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
He went to Toledo?
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right, so I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly. Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français? English?
Of course. How may I help you?
I was told
Who told you this?
a group of scholars. They said he used to translate old...
Please wait here.
It's him.
Oh, there you are. May I ask who let you stroll around our house?
I travelled hundreds of... A scholar told me that...
Yes, my servant. My father's not here at the moment. Unfortunately, I must disappoint.
Please.
I'm sorry. I think you should know that Jack, maybe we should go. The sun's burning, and my mother... Jack told me about you. You're the one who rejected him. And now you...
I'm here because I love him.
He always said that he had come here to find... But instead, he found out when he and my father met, it was love at first sight. But in the end, Jack would always start talking about his cathedral, ribbed vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked. And then in the... so many strange ideas about the future. Well, my father had offered him work as a master builder here and he would have been well off and free to... But in the end... Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother?
It was a mistake. I did it to fulfill a promise. I thought I had no choice. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you. Even after all you did to him, you can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother. But apart from that, Father even gave him one of his favourite pieces, a small wooden statue.
Would you mind telling me where he went?
He went to Paris to work on the Cathedral of He said he never found out about his father.
Paris?
Yes, if you find him there.
I am sorry.
You don't have. What is the child?
Well, he has none yet.
Isn't that a bit...
But he's his son. It's his right.
Then off to Paris.
He will get one. Thank you. I travelled back along the Way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon and Burgos. I crossed the Pyrenees, revisiting Bordeaux. If Jack really was... I'd pull him very, very close, wishing for... There, there. Are we awake? You almost missed. Look at these colourful...
Ali.
We came to see you, Jack.
We? Is he?
He is your son.
My son?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me? Both of you?
We will. We stayed in Paris, and our son. The days went by quickly. Jack had learned much working. Days became... Then after a year, where can we go from? We both confessed that we wanted, and then we knew where we... Home. Even if it was in...
We need to hurry. The ship to England...
What's going on here?
Whatever it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss... That sound...
You think?
Do you know what's going on? Oh, chaos. Like,
What happened?
the jongleur told the... Then he sold people some... But it was just fair.
Well, it all...
I know, but I'd need... Otherwise, they'll rip him up... She doesn't do anything yet. Do you see?
Your friend, Rashid.
Mustn't fool around now.
Look! What the holy... Revere the... For she has... Cease your... It's... Lord... Why is she crying?
What has this man done to you?
He tricked us and took... And you would kill him, the Holy Virgin.
I taste them up.
Where did she...
For hundreds of years, dormant. She... Listen to what he has... Tell us all! Her destination is beyond... There, she... Kings...
Where's the... Make way for the...
Helen!
Make... Huh?
Give us a go...
They're donating to...
Oh. The Weeping Ma... And... I shall build her a new...
It's...
Who? You?
Me?
My husband... I've known him since he was 12 years old.
But he drowned. By God, you drowned 24 years. My poor son.
His name was
Jacques.
Jack.
So much is...
What are you looking at, Jonathan?
The garden is in... I want it to be right...
Before I became prior,
Well, what do you...
I clean.
Where do we start? What are weeds?
They take away light.
What do we do?
Pluck them. They look a lot like every other. Here, you see that? They're called let's pluck only
I'll do it.
if you insist. Make sure to pull out.
And now what?
For plants to take root,
So... Done. What's next?
plants also need.
I think it's better if I...
Indeed. Stay here. Now, where did... Ah, here. I found these nuts for you. You always said that one day that... I think it's...
What did you bring?
Do you remember Milius? A kind man with a warm smile. Well, he told...
Wow!
Now we...
All right.
Too long for us to keep sitting. Something and only...
Why do we have to do all the...
Simply, you just pay. They are happening. And in a few days' time.
Oh. Does he make things grow?
You...
No.
Now you can fetch some...
But that water's smelly. There are many trees. I bet that...
That's a long...
I don't mind.
Maybe you're right. It is worth... Let's walk to...
But I'll...
Why isn't Remigius holding the sermon? What's gotten into Philip?
Our church lies in ruins. But all of this, these dire times, have revealed something important to us. Something that, maybe until today, I wasn't aware of.
What do you mean?
God doesn't watch us from above. While you and I have waited for God to make things better, a lot has happened. Hardships and happiness. Yesterday, I heard the choir sing a new chant and was moved beyond words. Today, Jonathan tended to our garden to make it beautiful again. And he told me of things I almost had forgotten. God doesn't work in the ways we might assume. All good and all evil the scripture tells us about are not out there or in here. They are within each of us. God made us in his image. Thus, we carry the godly spark within us. But we have witnessed that man can have the devil in his heart as well. Prayer needs no special place, for we are his church. In our actions, he exists.
We are God's temple.
No man is closer to God than any other man. Whether you pray in church or on the streets of our towns, whether you're a man, woman, monk, or bishop.
Philip, look outside. You have to see them. You've got to see the horses and the colors.
Jonathan. Now, what's going on?
I heard noises and I went to look.
Calm down. What happened?
But the priest said they brought a miracle.
Who? What? What priest?
Step right up, brothers and sisters. For you are about to see something that will change your life.
Who is that?
They brought us a miracle.
A miracle?
Don't be shy. There is no danger, just awe that awaits you here. Ah, you must be Prior Philip. I am Brother Reynold. I have been sent by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here is his letter, in case you have reasonable doubts. We've been charged to She is to replace the loss of your relic.
What?
On her travel from far away Africa.
I can't believe...
You do believe. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa.
What country did you say you came from?
We have traveled all the way from a place of wonders too marvelous to behold. The faraway land of Africa.
Africa has many countries, I've heard.
Yes, it does. I knew not her powers or destination.
What's it like in Africa?
The sun is always shining. It's a land of great deserts.
Like these horses.
They are not. To you, they... Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me.
You mentioned there were figs.
It looks like a strawberry and tastes...
The scripture mentions these figs.
No two apples look...
I'm getting the impression that this... But why would he lie?
But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. She said, "You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge." So we set off, with the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy, over the sea, and all the way to Kingsbridge. Devout Christians have given money for the building of the Church of the Weeping Madonna. This Church of Kingsbridge. The Weeping Madonna has chosen you.
Don't interrupt.
You heard me correctly. It was a long journey.
Hey!
Shh! You must be thinking, how can he be so sure? In the beginning, I was not. I only had my faith. I knew not her powers or destination. Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles. Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me. She wanted to go home, but where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge. But I wondered, what shrine should be... This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. She said, "You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge."
They look almost...
So we set off, with the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy...
Did you hear the Madonna?
She's come.
Over the sea and all the way to Kingsbridge. Devout Christians. This Church of Kingsbridge. The Weeping Madonna has chosen you, all of you. You must be thinking, how can he be In the beginning, I was not. I only had my faith. I knew not her powers or destination.
That's not...
Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles. You heard the weeping weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen. Can you... The Madonna... The Virgin... Kingsbridge has Prior James left... Your old...
How do you...
And your new... You...
Dada!
All of you have lost husband...
Dada!
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid.
Jack. Helena.
Philip.
But...
A miracle. Or something along.
But...
We thought it was...
The boy?
Well, Philip, do you recognize him?
Tommy? Just what? Do you think I wouldn't notice it's all artifice? Your camels are your shrine is an old... And Reynold is just a...
The camels were a bit much, weren't they?
With the Madonna, we were for your priory.
Really?
We can start.
What's the...
I'll get to be my...
Why?
I've studied the cathedrals, churches. I saw how different they're with new shapes, colours. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib... I want to do that.
Why he...
Because this...
The townspeople probably... But to me, it looks like... You know, that won't even...
Like all of enough for a fresh start.
And the Madonna will stay here.
You mean I should be thankful?
Jack! Alec, you came back!
We wanted to see you.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Tommy.
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Richard shows up every now and Ellen...
We need to visit her.
Father lives with her.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'm glad you're...
I am too.
She looks like she's about to cry.
She will weep for your... She knows your pain.
What?
The miracle!
Her eyes are wet.
Her eyes!
Look at her.
Heaven.
They're shining!
Why are you weeping?
She's mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
It seems through her faith, Mary had... We can't keep trying to repair things are not improving.
But we can't afford to...
Without farming and fairs, we're back to Prior James's time.
All these past years, but it appears you've changed.
It is time we started doing...
I'm not willing, don't you remember? My.
I remember.
And still, you put your trust into a group. Philip, why in God's name have you... They're tricking us into giving them money.
They are giving...
So that we'll place the... Do you approve?
No, the Madonna is a trick, but the people have already decided. Did you not see what happened to me?
I saw. And I'm warning you, I cannot support a prior.
Your threat, no matter how unconventional, their return...
You made your decision, Philip of Gwyn. I resign.
You got so big, Tommy. And you're just as shy.
Don't let him fool you. You...
We are so of both of you.
Is she still here?
No. Ellen and Martha moved her to Kingsbridge. She got a proper burial.
Will you come back with us?
Would you want that?
Yes. I need...
We'll come.
Ellen, we found Jack in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
But what were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does. But they never came for him or asked about him.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. He'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there. He was the only one who survived.
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Yes. But I know he was innocent. I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet. He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom net.
No! No!
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they?
The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waileran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I. I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret. The people they killed will return to haunt them. I promised them.
We welcome our new Prior Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of Shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamley, is sick. More and more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness. The sickness of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him, begged him to walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
Waileran, by God!
Jack? What are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waileran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here!
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town, our market and fulling mills.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Oh, preposterous.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages. Bishop Waileran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring. Many had died. The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret. And everything changed.
Tom! I told you wouldn't like the sight of this.
It looks bad, but it's not the wall I'm worried about. It's good you sent the workers home during the storm. Now do us all a favour, and your children, Tommy and Sally, have been asking about you all morning. You'll kill yourself.
That crack down there must have been due to... If the storm worked...
My cathedral was never designed to be this...
I know! I reinforced... It cannot be the...
What else was that? I'd look myself, but... If your mother knew I was up here at top...
Both of us.
What?
She would kill both of us!
Careful over there!
If we don't find out what's causing the storm is making...
If you're right, what about Allie?
She should be on her way.
Oh, I hope...
Yeah, I hope... No. One day, people sailing on the Rashito.
Sure! Until then...
The vaulting is crap. If I make it worse, then will it...
You're probably right. It'll be easier without the sand everywhere.
Right. Damn.
You all right?
It seems I'm getting old.
I know how that feels.
Oh, again.
Take your time. I'm not in a hurry.
All right. One more time.
And? What happened?
If the vaulting were unstable, this part should have collapsed and...
So, the cause of our...
No.
When we erected the eastern wall, no matter what we did, it always... Remember?
Yes, but this is not the same wall.
Still, could the cause...
The crypt!
Huh. How kept the whole foundation there, is it?
But it never had to carry...
You're right. If the cause of our problem is down there, you go ahead.
Don't you need help?
I'll manage.
Are you sure?
Go on. I know you can't.
Neither can you. I'll just take a...
They were enraged.
I think so, too.
Philip.
There is no need. It is just...
The problem is that the people love your sermons. Your book is being copied in priories all...
Is that not a good thing?
In desperate times, hope can...
That is...
Well, I fear...
Huh.
Jack!
Have you been atop the...
Don't worry, Philip. Jonathan, did you and the others come direct?
Yes, we did.
What about Ali?
She stayed a day long. She should be on her way.
In this...
We didn't expect...
No one...
I am sure she'll...
I need to go.
Yes?
I'm not sure, but I think... I better wait for Tom. I know he doesn't want to miss.
Now it's down here, too. The first cracks.
That means we were right. The cause of the instability.
The ground.
Could be.
The drought could have.
We'll find out. Do you want to work on...
Go ahead. Don't look at me like I'm fine.
If there's dry sand behind there, we know...
Just be careful. If it's the ground and the foundation.
Here we go. But
what?
I think I can feel a
What?
One more time.
Can you see what it...
Yeah. Oh. Damn it.
You know, Follett, you're damn right. He's... Jack, watch out!
It's all right.
What is it? Dear God.
These stones, they've been removed.
The mortar is missing.
Whoever put them back just to hide the fact that they were... The tile at the bottom was completely...
What does that...
I think...
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll...
Careful now. You've got the whole east...
Jack?
Jack? I'm all right. It's dark in here. There's a whole room here. A chamber.
What's that?
I'll get a torch.
Philip, I'll get... You stay here.
It's... Oh, this sound... It's a...
What?
There's a bed...
What? Jonathan?
That's not... It's gold. Who slept? Strange. It's... Oh. What is that?
I have the torch.
All right, should be safe.
Yes.
Did you know about this place?
No. I've seen this chalice before, when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral. Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down, I know. They also...
Did they?
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid, they hanged him for stealing this. But it was here all along.
That scourge. It belonged to... I was afraid of it when I first... Even the look of it.
James. Maybe it was him. I think during the night when the old cathedral burned down, there was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody.
It is you! By God and the devil!
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like...
So he confessed for framing your father?
But it couldn't have been James. James died weeks before...
Did he? You maybe he hid down here.
Wait. Jack, you were in the bird. What were you doing?
I Then I told Philip what I had done. He just looked at me. He didn't say anything.
Wailerin, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to, while your people starve on the...
Don't play this. You promise, and you make them, but your miracles never...
God works in...
My mother... You again.
I came about a...
The Bible.
No, Philip of Gwynedd. And the church is... This is...
Your chance, you mean. If you need forces... I built your fuck... I'm done.
It's not just about Philip.
Don't mention that.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and...
I don't...
You should.
I said... Now leave and... Where's my wife? They've not returned yet, Lord. Then get me... Now!
I am sorry for... I was on my way from the fleece fair.
Nasty, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you for your...
Someone! Help me! Please! I need help!
Hello? Oh.
My horse!
Take my hand! We'll only be here. We won't bother. I'm Aliena. Breathe.
Shake up, Harry.
Should have let her die. We would all be better off without someone like her.
We don't have much, but...
I don't like this.
Eat this.
Thank you.
Why are you giving dirt?
What? Please. Hold your horses. We'll see what happens.
You should get out.
Be assured,
Hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm just going to...
Let's try.
Thank you.
Hey.
Can't you see?
It's all right.
Oh, you're so... Many people would have let me... People don't listen. My entourage didn't even...
Who?
My husband.
A fine...
Divorce. Oh...
Maybe now, and what you...
Stop bullying her! How do they know you?
Oh, I'm used to it. He has to do a lot of... And...
Wait. Is your
I thought...
William...
Oh, I swear... Really?
Why did you...
My parent. And...
What's he...
I loathe him. How do you know?
He wanted to marry me. Apparently he likes young girls.
You too?
He was a... So I... It caused...
You're so... I can't...
Don't act like you... For years he wrote... He's not... After all he's taken...
She has no... Don't you dare... Can't you see? She's a...
I'll give...
Can you even imagine? The abuse and the every... I'm so... Enough to know your...
Tom, where the hell...
It's Walter.
Listen, use your status. It gives you power. People favor those who help, so people will recognize. And since Hamlet, they'll soon love you.
That should do.
Walter.
You, William, would be very pleased if I...
No! If it wasn't for her, she saved me.
Did she now? Come on, we have to get back to the castle. We've lost...
Elizabeth's...
No.
Thank you.
Come on now, William.
Dear Front, the letters I have written to one of our young novices once asked, the young can be blunt, but the thing is, one day, I hope, I will and when you do, because of my book. But that is not the only... Behind a wall in our... We do not know, but it is likely that Prior James hid there. That means he was alive the day... And Jack told me he saw a man. Was that him? And if so, did he... The dust, thanks to our town wall, we are safe. We've heard of places nearby being raided. We have enough food, but life... Martha believes that the storm is only... I hope. Jonathan, what the divines? In Winchester, he heard that Bishop... I am not naive enough to... I wrote that hope is godly. Henry sells hope. If the church should ask me to clarify, but I feel I must. And how could I write anything else? It must be with you about what truly. Jack told me that he was responsible. I know that it was he told me he set fire to the... And I don't think Tom knew.
My God. The Saint! We must save the Saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The Saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
And that I cannot find it in my heart just now to forgive Jack. Maybe because this confession, and from a man who I have... This... I should get some... The storm